Now to the Middle East, where the high-stakes peace talks between the United States and Iran wrapped in Oman today with little sign of progress. The Iranian foreign minister called the talks, quote, positive, describing them as a very good start. But then he made it clear that Iran would refuse to give up its nuclear program, which is a key U.S. demand. The two sides agreed to keep talking, but so far that's about it. Meanwhile, President Trump is keeping the pressure on Iran. The Pentagon today put on a show of force in the region. The USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier was accompanied by 2 military supply ships and 2 U.S. Coast Guard cutters as aircraft flew overhead in the Arabian Sea. The U.S. also rolled out new economic sanctions on Iranian oil and 14 ships that are all part of the ghost fleet that moves that oil around. This all comes as new satellite images show Iran is working to rebuild parts of its ballistic missile sites that were all destroyed by the U.S. and Israel last year. On the left, you can see the damage from the strikes last summer. On the right, you can see the new building on those very sites. And then these images show one of them showing the Iranian nuclear sites, one after it was hit on the left and the other after some rebuilding, all very visible on the right. For more on all this, we're joined by Ambassador John Bolton, former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations and former National Security Advisor in President Trump's first term. Ambassador, great to have you back. So expectations of any kind of agreement were awfully low. And true to form, Iran today refused to stop enriching uranium, which is a key U.S. demand. The Iranians say the talks will continue, but that's about it.
Well, they were playing for time, obviously. They're very worried that a military strike is coming. But there's, as you say, nothing new here. This is what they've done for 25 years. And it's remarkable that we even agreed to have this meeting. I suppose now we can say we gave them one more chance. This is about the 99th one more chance we've given them. So now we'll see what Trump decides to do.
Yeah, the U.S. had issued 3 demands. President Trump had issued 3 demands. The Iranians give up their nukes, stop funding terrorists, and limit the number of ballistic missiles it has. Iran refused to discuss anything except the nukes, and then refused to give up the nukes, and now says it can only negotiate in a, quote, calm atmosphere without tension and without threats. They also insisted on changing the location of the talks. Why are they calling the shots right now?
Well, I think part of this is bluster for domestic consumption. Part of it's to see how much they can get from Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. I mean, it's like sending the Bobbsey twins to negotiate with the Iranians. And I don't believe, as of this moment, the U.S. has issued any statement about the talks, thus giving the Iranians their chance to get their spin out. I think the answer should have been, immediately after this meeting was over, is that these talks have been utterly unproductive, and the decision what to do next is with the president.
Why would talks continue if they're refusing? I mean, obviously, maybe there's some sort of, are we going to look for uranium enriched only below 3%, something like that?
Sure. The Iranian regime is so trustworthy that anything they say we can take at face value. The fact is, even during the period of the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, we did not have complete visibility into what's going on in Iran. And anybody who thinks we did doesn't understand the capacity of a nuclear proliferator to conceal what they want to conceal from outside inspectors. So this whole thing, every day that goes by gives them more of an opportunity to rebuild the program, to buy nuclear weapons from North Korea. That's always a possibility. As I say, I don't see any reason to continue the talks. I didn't see any reason to start the talks.
Yeah, and apparently the talks, at least according to the Iranians, will continue despite the fact that nobody agreed on anything today. And you talk about the fact that you think Iran's trying to buy time to rebuild. We've got expert analysis showing they're already rebuilding and repairing more than half of the 24 sites we hit last summer.
Right. Plus, they've begun refinancing Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. They're trying to rebuild their terrorist proxy organization for the future. They took a terrible pounding, primarily from Israel, in the operations after the brutal Hamas attack of October 7 and 23. They have not recovered completely, but there is zero evidence that they have diminished their ideological opposition to the little Satan Israel, the great Satan the United States. or the Gulf Arab neighbors. So this regime continues to be the single biggest threat to peace and security in the Middle East. And that's why really ultimately there is only one solution here, and that's regime change in Iran.
Ambassador John Bolton, appreciate your analysis. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.